Good day, Yelena Marcus here from Mortgage Intelligence, and today I'd like to discuss with you how you can get the best rate that's on the market. So most mortgage professionals will get that call, the client asking, give me your best rate. So we can give you the best rate that you see on the internet after doing your Google research, and even the bank that you walk into will just give you their best rate. But that doesn't necessarily mean that after assessing your situation that you're still going to be able to qualify for that rate. If you're someone who is salaried, who has a straightforward situation, who has a good down payment, not many properties on hand, and is doing a simple transaction of buying an owner-occupied home, then yes, you will qualify for that best rate if your situation is transparent and you have a good credit score. You can get that best rate and you will qualify with most banks. But today I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about how we go about in assessing your situation. What is the process? What are the things and the criteria that we take a look at in selecting the bank that will have the best rate for your specific situation? So the first thing we take a look at is the location and the type of property you're buying. So where is the property located? Is it in a rural area or is it in an urban area? Certain banks will finance you based on the parameters of your properties. Other banks prefer not to go in certain areas. The other thing is the type of property. Are you going to occupy it, or is it an investment property that's going to be fully rented? If it's fully rented, then by default your rate will already go up. The other thing is, what about your portfolio of properties? If you hold more than 5 properties in your current portfolio, certain banks will not want to finance you. The other thing is your credit score. Do you have a credit score above 680? Then great. You have a lot of banks that we can work with. Is it below 650 and 680? Then we still have a lot of banks we can work with. But what if it's below 500, or what if it's below 600? Then we're left over with the banks that will finance those kinds of files. The other thing is your down payment. Are you putting more than 20% or less than 20%? Certain banks will offer lower rates because you're putting less than 20%. And other banks will offer their best rates based on a bigger down payment of 35% and up. The other thing is, when are you closing? Are you going to the notary in 30 days or 45 days? Well, maybe that best rate you saw on the internet, you have to close within 30 days. And the last thing is your income, which is one of the most important things as well. Basically, do we need to use a special program for you because you're self-employed and you declare a low net income? Then you're limited to certain banks that will offer that program, because not all banks will offer it. On top of your salary, if we need, for example, child allocation money from the federal and provincial, then we'll be limited to those banks that offer and will take into account that income. If you're a new immigrant, for example, that has a limited credit history and has only been in Canada for 5 years or less, then we will have to go with a bank that has that program. So if you asked me, what is the best rate? Well, I'm not going to get you the best rate. I'm going to get you your best rate based on your specific situation, and also based on your objectives with the property. So why should I give you the lowest 5-year rate if your objective is to sell your property within 3 years from now? Why should you pay a penalty? In the end, it's going to cost you more money. So a lot of people go into the wrong product under the impression that they're getting the best deal, but in the long run, we didn't ask the right questions and we didn't put the client in the right product. And in the end, you did not save money. You actually lost money. So for an assessment of your situation and questions about how you can get the best rate, your best rate, please contact me, Yelena Marcus, mortgage broker with Mortgage Intelligence. Bye for now.